So hey guys, welcome back to another video from the Chicago Auto Show. Well, unfortunately, I'm here in the studio. I think I either forgot to record an intro or wasn't recording on the camera when I did the intro. But anyways, today we're going to be taking a look at the 2023 Kia Niro plug-in hybrid, as well as taking a quick look at the EV and regular hybrid versions of these vehicles, because they had all three side by side there at the Chicago Auto Show, which was very cool to see. Kind of see the differences or lack thereof the differences between all three versions of the new Niro. But that's what we're going to be taking a look in this video, so definitely stay tuned for that and let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. So the Niro plug-in in front of us is finished in the mineral blue exterior with the black accent that is an extra cost, and of course this one has the black leather interior as well. So let's go take a quick look at the window sticker. So this is an SX Touring, so this is the top trim of the Niro plug-in hybrid. It does have a couple of extra costs, including the cold weather package, as well as the black C-pillar trim, which brings the total MSRP to just under $42,000. But the SX Touring has a 11.1 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery pack, so that is a nice size for a vehicle like this, in addition to, of course, its naturally aspirated 1.6 four-cylinder engine. For a good amount of city range, you can see an all-electric range of estimated 34 miles. And to me, that is a nice amount of range that covers a lot of people's daily commutes if you go ahead and plug this in overnight. Now, of course, you can run this as a normal traditional hybrid if you would like. However, you're going to get less efficiency, maybe similar to that of the normal hybrid, so you're kind of losing out on the benefits and extra costs of the plug-in. But overall, I think a lot of people would be willing to plug this in overnight if you can kind of daily commute on all electric range. But starting up front of the Niro, this is of course all new for 2023, so you will find full LED lighting, at least on this particular trim, with the LED projector headlights, daytime running light signature, and of course the turn signals up front. I think it looks quite nice. You have front parking sensors, the gloss black grille design with kind of the silver accents. You have your radar cruise sensor down there in the middle of the grille, and it looks like you do have LED fog lights on this trim as well. So I really do like the mineral blue with kind of the satin silver and the gloss black accents. Goes well with the wheel designs and everything like that. You can see the black accents continue on the side of the vehicle, and of course this one has the optional C-pillar trim. But here from the side, you can see just how kind of unique the Niro in this generation looks. Coming to the wheels and tires, I believe these are going to be 18-inch in size with the machine/gloss black finish. So they're 225, 45, 18-inch Continental Pro Contact tires, so nice quality all season. You can see some of the satin accents on the door handles. And of course, as far as the mirrors go, they're going to be heated, blind spot detection. You can see there is LED indications on the outside, and they are body color. Gloss black roof rails up top as well. And out back, this is kind of one of my favorite angles for this vehicle for some reason. You have kind of the boomerang shaped taillights that are going to be LED, and you have some of the other stuff here on the lower bumper, including the turn signals and reverse lights that appear to be LED as well, or at least partial LED. Backup sensors, of course backup camera, plug-in hybrid badge on the right side to indicate which version of Niro this is. But outside of that, you really can't tell, or it is harder to distinguish the hybrid version from the plug-in hybrid, and of course the EV version over there, which does have a charge port located in the front of the vehicle. Let's go ahead and take a quick look on the inside as well. This should be very similar across all the Niro lineup. This one has the black interior, so you have the soft touch materials up top, soft touch padded armrest, kind of a unique pattern texture here. Power windows, mirrors, locks, power folding mirrors with two-person memory driver's seat. See a large kind of gloss black portion that wraps into the side of the dashboard. Harman Kardon premium audio with some storage in the door pocket. There's your power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar. You can see the two-tone seat design with kind of the darker accents on the outside and the slightly lighter charcoal gray in the middle. All perforated, of course. See, leather-wrapped steering wheel, kind of the same design as the EV6 with paddle shifters on the back. You have a drive mode select. Of course, your full suite of Hyundai Kia safety systems. So you have adaptive cruise, lane following assist. I believe this one does have highway drive assist as well. What's interesting about that is this is on the left side, where normally Hyundai puts their smart cruise and controls on the right side of the steering wheel. So that kind of threw me off for a minute looking at it, but no big deal. You just kind of get used to it as you own it. Automatic headlights, auto high beam assist. Looks like you do have automatic rain sensing wipers as well. Normal controls here to the left of the steering wheel. You have your charge port and gas release doors, power tailgate, and you can see your fully digital kind of under one display instrument panel, as well as the 10.25-inch infotainment system as well. So that's pretty cool. Lots of gloss black around the controls. The shifter is a dials type. Kind of not a huge fan of that. Heated and ventilated front seats, heated steering wheel. Looks like you can control your EV modes, parking sensors, all that good stuff down here. I do like this integration of the cup holders that was found first in, I think, the Hyundai Palisade, maybe some other Kias as well. Good amount of storage. Center armrest does not slide, unfortunately. Auto dimming interior rearview mirror with LED interior illumination, Kia Connect, sunroof. And the headliner is kind of a nice soft touch heathered effect. So yeah, overall a very nice interior. Coming to the back seat, you can see the back seat room is actually fairly good for a compact vehicle like this. Soft touch materials do continue on, heated rear seats. I really do like the seat design and materials in this one. Matte pockets, AC vents, USB-C charging on both of the front seats on the side. More LED lighting. Center armrest, 60/40 split folding seats. Let's take a look at this power tailgate. See the LED lighting on the bumper. I do like the fact that you can now get a power tailgate on this size or segment of vehicle that typically in the past was not super common. Looks like you have your subwoofer out back, some storage, and of course you can access some of the fuel systems. Looks like you do have a light here on the right side, some hooks and storage compartments. But yeah, fairly basic, a good amount of size here in the back, not overly large, similar to that of a compact hatchback, but again, that is the overall size of this vehicle. Take a look at the passenger seat. You will find height adjustment on the seat, so this is a 6-way manual seat. You see some more of the gloss black accents here up on the dash with the ambient lighting. Damped glove box, no interior lighting, but is a very useful, good size. So yeah, that is a look on the interior of the 2023 Kia Niro plug-in hybrid. And once again, the electric version as well as the hybrid version are going to be very similar, if not the same, just some minor packaging changes among these vehicles. We can take a quick look at the electric version. You can see the front nose is going to be a different design. Here is your charge port door. I do like it on the front. You can see there is a little light that just turned on with your charge level indication. This does have DC fast charging capabilities as well. This is the EV Wave trim, just under $47,000, which is quite expensive, but I believe this one is fully loaded. I believe all the features are going to be very similar as the plug-in hybrid that I just showed you. Even the interior looks very same. Looks like you do have a slightly different dashboard design with the fully digital customizable display from Hyundai Kia. But yeah, pretty crazy to me that this does cost nearly $48,000, but this does have a good amount of range. And of course is feature rich like Hyundai and Kia vehicles tend to be. Looks like 253 miles of EPA estimated range with a charge time of roughly 7.5 hours on 240 volt charging. So yeah, overall that is a look at the electric version. And finally we'll go ahead and wrap up with the hybrid version, which is this gray one right here. And again, coming out from the back, you really can't tell. Obviously the gloss black C-pillar trim is only available with certain color combinations on certain trim levels. But here with the front, you will find a slightly different front fascia, once again, with kind of the more openings in the grille, because you do need the additional cooling for the gas-powered engine in the plug-in hybrid as well as the normal hybrid vehicles. But yeah, overall, very interesting to see. This is still a SX Touring. See, the MPG is extremely good, very similar to that of a normal Hyundai Kia vehicle, and the price point is definitely more affordable at just over $36,000. So again, all these features seem to be very similar. This does have a slightly different shifter design, so that is interesting. See, the steering wheel's all the same. We do have a more traditional gear selection for that 6-speed dual clutch transmission, which is the same transmission found across the hybrid as well as the plug-in hybrid versions. Looks like there's no heated rear seats in this particular unit. So that's a quick look at the 2023 Kia Niro hybrid, electric, and plug-in hybrid. Let me know which version of the Niro you think is the better buy or which one you would personally buy yourself. Personally, like I said, I really do like the plug-in hybrid version of the Niro. I think it has a good amount of all-electric range for most people's daily driving commutes. Again, as long as you plug this in overnight, let it charge up the 11.1 kilowatt hour battery pack. So once again, let me know down in the comment section below which version of the 2023 Kia Niro you think is the better buy for the relative price point. I really do like the plug-in hybrid version. On the used market here in 2 model years, of course you do have to abide by the $25,000 cap of used EVs. This vehicle should qualify because it has a large enough battery pack. So once it hits the $25,000 price point, it has the 2 model years old, at least from the current calendar year that you're trying to apply for the used EV rebate. In theory, this vehicle should qualify. So it'll be interesting to see 2 years from now. So in 2025, this vehicle in its first model year should become available for the used EV tax credit, both in its plug-in hybrid form as well as the full electric one over there. But of course, it'll take several years just to get down to that kind of price point or price cap for used EVs. But anyways, that's enough rambling. Let me know all that down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed, and check out some of my other coverage here at the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. So with all being said, hope to see you guys in the next one.